Mention the word landfill, and images of mountains of reeking garbage comes to mind. However, at Bukit Taga Sanitary Landfill, its managing director, Chok Eng Ta, takes pride in the fact that the sight and stench of garbage is barely noticeable.
How do we minimize the amount of smell is to try and cover the waste as soon as it is deposited on the ground. And at any one time, we are only opening a small section of the landfill cell for the waste disposal. So you can see the rest of the landfill is all covered with earth. And then we will continue to deposit the waste in layers until it reaches the final level of the landfill cell.
With 2,500 tons of waste received daily from Kuala Lumpur and Selayang, this modern waste disposal facility does its job, and with green technology in mind.
So what you can see is the side slope has already been lined with the high-density polyethylene liner. It goes all the way to the bottom of the valley. And after you lay the liner, you can put an immense amount of waste on top of it. And the liner is to protect the leachate from getting into the ground.
Chok says the sanitary landfill is also able to treat its leachate back to clear water.
This is a lagoon that the aerator is still operating. So therefore, a lot of digestion is taking place now with the microbes, utilizing the oxygen to burn up the food, so that when the pollutant is burned up, it is digested into simpler components which consists of water, carbon dioxide, nitrate, and nitrogen. So this is the duct plant, which can further refine the treatment of the treated effluent. So the tiny bubble carry this flocculated solid, and the flocculated solid has been skimmed off to this side. So this will become sludge. This one goes back to the landfill. So this is the final process of our treatment before it goes to the reed bed. So you can see the water has already reached a high degree of clarity. We finally pump the treated effluent into the reed bed and let it stay here for 14 days. And it will remove some of this heavy metal so that the leachate, or rather the treated effluent that comes out of it, is much better.
The company is also installing solar panels over retired landfills as a source of renewable energy, while harvesting the methane gas to generate electricity.
A finished cell is a cell that has already received enough garbage. So what we do is we put a layer of this green liner on top of it, which achieves two purposes. Number one is to prevent rainwater from getting into the cell, because rainfall that goes into the cell will become leachate. Now, secondly, the green liner will also prevent methane from escaping into the environment. The methane gas is extracted via all these pipelines that you can see in the foreground here. And we apply a negative pressure so that the methane gas can be extracted efficiently in a continuous fashion.
He says with proper planning and comprehensive designs, these sanitary landfills could continue to be used after it is full.
So eventually you can turn this big mass of garbage with a layer of earth on top of it into a parkland. Of course, in the far future, when all the garbage has decomposed and undergoing the process of self-compaction, the land can be used for other purposes, even buildings.
While there are many options available to waste disposal in Malaysia, the sanitary landfill, with its environmentally sustainable waste treatment method, seems the most viable for the near future.